This week, we remember those who left us in the first week of February 2026. From the man who played Lamont Sanford to the voice behind Joy to the World, from a World Series MVP to the bassist who gave Funkadelic its name, these are the lives we honor today. Actor Demon Wilson died January 30th, 2026, at his home in Palm Springs, California. He died of complications from cancer at the age of 79. Wilson starred as Lamont Sanford on the hit NBC sitcom Sanford and Son, playing the long-suffering son opposite Red Fox for 6 seasons. The show ranked in the top 10 for 5 of its 6 years on the air, and Wilson's grounded, straight-man performance held the center of a cast full of larger-than-life characters. He later starred as Oscar Madison on The New Odd Couple, an early 1980s adaptation of the classic sitcom, and headlined the short-lived CBS series, Baby, I'm Back. Off-screen, Wilson was a Vietnam War veteran who served with the 4th Infantry Division and was wounded in combat. In the 1980s, he was ordained as a minister and went on to lead a parallel career in faith, authoring several Christian books alongside his memoir, Second Banana, The Bittersweet Memoirs of the Sanford and Son Years. Singer, songwriter, and producer Bryan Loren died January 28, 2026. He was 59. Known in the industry as The Wiz, Loren was a multi-instrumentalist prodigy who became a professional session musician at the age of 15. He worked with some of the biggest names in pop and R&B, including Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Sting, and Barry White. Loren is being remembered as a rare talent who shaped the sound of a generation, often from behind the scenes. Musician Billy Bass Nelson died January 31, 2026, at the age of 75, just 3 days after his birthday. Nelson was the original bassist for Funkadelic and is credited with giving the band its name, combining the words funk and psychedelic to capture the sound he and his bandmates were creating. As a teenager working at George Clinton's barbershop in Plainfield, New Jersey, Nelson was recruited to play in the backing band for Clinton's vocal group, the Parliaments. He in turn brought in his friend Eddie Hazel on guitar, helping assemble the core of what would become one of the most influential collectives in music history. Nelson played on Funkadelic's first 3 landmark albums, Funkadelic, Free Your Mind, and Your Ass Will Follow, and Maggot Brain, before leaving the group in 1971 over a financial dispute with Clinton. He was replaced by Bootsy Collins. Nelson was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997 as part of Parliament Funkadelic. He is being remembered as a founding architect of psychedelic funk, whose bass playing fused the soul of Motown with the aggression of rock and roll. Singer Chuck Negron died February 2, 2026, at his home in Studio City, California. He died of complications from heart failure and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease at the age of 83. Negron was a founding member and lead vocalist of Three Dog Night, one of the biggest rock acts of the late 1960s and early 1970s. Alongside fellow singers Danny Hutton and Corey Wells, he helped power a string of hits built on the group's distinctive 3-vocalist sound. Negron sang lead on some of the band's most recognizable songs, including Joy to the World, One, and an old-fashioned love song. Three Dog Night was so popular at its peak that the group released 4 albums within 18 months and hosted the inaugural edition of Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve in 1972. Negron's career was derailed by a severe drug addiction that cost him his fortune and for a time left him living on Los Angeles' Skid Row. After more than 30 attempts at rehabilitation, he finally achieved sobriety in 1991 and launched a solo career, releasing 7 albums over the following decades. He chronicled his journey in his 1999 memoir, 3 Dog Nightmare. After decades of estrangement, Negron and Hutton reconciled last year. Worship leader and gospel singer Ron Kenoly died February 3, 2026, at the age of 81. A cause of death was not disclosed. Kenoly was a pioneering voice in modern praise and worship music whose exuberant live recordings became staples in churches around the world. His 1992 album, Lift Him Up, was the fastest-selling worship album of its time, and songs like Ancient of Days and Jesus is Alive became enduring standards sung in congregations across the United States, Africa, Europe, and beyond. His 1996 album, Welcome Home, won the Gospel Music Association's Dove Award for Praise and Worship Album of the Year. Before dedicating himself to ministry, Kenoly served in the United States Air Force and recorded secular R&B music under the stage name Ron Keith. He later enrolled in Bible college and entered full-time church ministry in the mid-1980s, becoming the worship leader at Jubilee Christian Center in San Jose, California, where he was ordained in 1987. Kenoly is being remembered as a figure who helped define contemporary worship music and whose ministry emphasized worship as an act of service rather than performance. Baseball pitcher Mickey Lolich died February 4, 2026, at a care facility in Sterling Heights, Michigan after a short stay in hospice. He was 85. Lolich spent 13 of his 16 major league seasons with the Detroit Tigers, emerging as one of the most durable left-handed pitchers of his era. He was a three-time All-Star and finished second in Cy Young Award voting in 1971, when he led the American League with 25 wins, 308 strikeouts, and 376 innings pitched. But Lolich is best remembered for his legendary performance in the 1968 World Series, while teammate Denny McLain earned headlines with his historic 31-win regular season. It was Lolich who delivered when it mattered most, pitching 3 complete game victories against the St. Louis Cardinals, including a decisive Game 7 on just 2 days' rest. He was named World Series MVP, the last pitcher to accomplish the feat of 3 complete game wins in a single series. Over his career, Lolich compiled a 217-191 record with 2,832 strikeouts, which at the time of his retirement were the most ever by a left-handed pitcher. After baseball, he settled in suburban Detroit and ran a donut shop for 18 years. Lolich is being remembered as one of the most clutch performers the Tigers ever sent to the mound, and many believe he remains long overdue for induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame. These are the lives we remember this week. Each of them left a mark, and the world is different for it. Thank you for being here with me. Many of these stories came through legacy.com. If you'd like to learn more or leave your condolences, I encourage you to visit.